Hey, what's up you guys? It's Simon. Welcome back to my channel. So today, Inktober is officially over. So if you're anything like me, your brain is probably screaming, now what? What do I do? I've just come out of Inktober. I've had prompts every single day. I've had distinct materials that I've been using every single day, and now I want to draw, but my brain doesn't work. I've officially hit art block. I have no inspiration. I want to draw, but also I absolutely don't want to draw. I'm so tired, but at the same time, it's like I'm now in this daily routine of I need to draw something. I have to draw something. I've been drawing every day. I gotta do something. What do I do? So the art gods have blessed us with the challenge that is Huevember. So basically what Huevember is every day through the month of November, you're supposed to create an illustration using essentially one color. It's all monochromatic, but at the same time, it's still like a rainbow. Every day is a different color, and it's really, really cool. However, I personally am not doing Huevember despite this video and the title, just because, as you guys may know, or in case you don't know, I am doing a, not a challenge, I'm doing a commission discount sort of thing all throughout November. So November 1st through the 30th, I will be doing 25% off of all commissions, and I will be taking as many as I possibly can, essentially as like a holiday special sort of thing. So don't forget to check that out. If you're interested in a commission for you or one of your loved ones or your bestest friends for the holidays, be sure to send me a DM on Instagram. Like I said, I will be taking as many as I possibly can, and I would love to do one for you. But because I am doing those commissions, I projected or assumed that I probably was not going to have enough time to do another daily, monthly challenge. So I thought that although I wasn't going to be participating in Huevember every single day, it would still be really fun to try out at least one of the days. So the first thing I did was I got my iPad Pro, I got Medibang, because as you guys know, I've been wanting to experiment with painting a little bit more, and spoiler alert, I did that. I had a lot of fun. I really liked painting, but again, I got Medibang, got my iPad, got my husband, and told him essentially to pick from one of the days of Huevember, and he chose day 13, which is sort of like in the spirit of Homestuck 2, a like pfeffery, like purplish fuchsia sort of color, and it's a little bit more on the purple side, but like it was close enough for me to think about her. Anyways, so I had him pick the color, and I'm not sure if this is technically how it's supposed to be done, but I just added black and white gradually to get like a sort of like 6 shades of color, not including white, and not, well, I think it was including black, but essentially just 6 different tones, like value shift, because black and white technically are not colors, so I figured there has to be some way to get shading, and I'm assuming we can't do like cool shading like you guys saw in my Medibang video. I think I shaded the blue with like a teal or like a green, and then like a little bit of purple. I assumed that wasn't going to be a thing that we were allowed to do. I'm assuming it had to be the one color, and then I guess a value shift again of that color. I didn't think we were allowed to use other colors. I'm not sure. If you can, definitely let me know. I'll do another Huevember maybe with a different day where I get to use more interesting shading. But essentially, I just use white and black, and I think technically that's what you're supposed to do. So the next aspect of the illustration was I had to figure out what the heck I was gonna draw, and lately I've been trying to use Pinterest more. I'm so bad at using reference images that I thought for the rest of this year and into the new year I was going to get better at using references, as you guys saw from Inktober in some of my most recent videos. So many of my hands are backwards because I don't know how hands work, and I'll look at my own hand and I'll draw it and I'll be like, wait a minute, but I'm facing myself, not the viewer. So now that looks so wrong. But anyways, so I've been trying to use more Pinterest to get sort of pose references and style references because I've been getting into a lot of same face syndrome lately, especially with Inktober. Despite me trying to get as creative as I possibly can, I started noticing all my illustrations are looking in the same direction, are like having the same nose, the same eyes, the same hairstyles, and so I got onto Pinterest and I found the first hairstyle I liked, the first outfit I liked, and the first pose that I liked, and tried to combine them into one sort of cohesive aesthetic. So I ended up with this nice little goth girly. And I'm not 100% sure if she's the best example of me trying to get out of same face syndrome because she still has the same nose. And I noticed that I picked a hairstyle that while I did gravitate towards it and thought it was a little bit different upon looking at some of my other illustrations from this month, it is in fact not. So I'm gravitating towards things that are similar to what I'm already drawing. So I need to pick something that's more out of my comfort level this time. And I did. You'll see that in the chisel nib challenge that's coming out later next week. But basically, I've just been trying to differentiate my drawings a little bit more, add a little bit more interest, add more different details. I'm going to learn how to stylize some things a little bit differently, but that will be for a later video, potentially. I'm not sure, but hopefully as I keep coming out with these videos this month and next month, you'll see a little bit more of a shift as far as not the same person in every single video. So I guess I want to get into the pros and cons of the Huevember challenge. So the first pro that I have is obviously, despite me not doing every single day, of course, doing this one day did in fact help me out of my Inktober art block. I was really struggling with that, and then as soon as I finished this video, I was like, all right, let's get these videos out. I'm ready to go. And so that really did help me a lot. It also helped me work with my value scales. Obviously, when you're using a lot of different colors, you don't really tend to think about pushing values so much as you do to push like colors. Like when I'm doing like an orange, I'm always like, ooh, what red would look good with this? What yellow would look good with this? And not necessarily trying to push the value more than like one shift darker. And so I got to work on that a little bit, especially in the face. Although I wanted to get more around her cheeks, I had a lot of trouble. This isn't about Huevember necessarily so much as it was me learning how to paint with Medibang. I sort of the blending brush that I'm using right now doesn't really blend with the base. It like picks up the colors around it almost. You'll see I'll like touch an area that's like pure white and it will start painting like in that light purple or like really gray desaturated purple. And I was like, why? Why is it doing this? I have white selected in my eyedropper. I'm touching the white. Why aren't you blending white? I don't know. So that's something I'm going to have to combat. But overall, around the eyes, her outfit, her shoulders, stuff like that, especially her hair, really taught me how to push my values a little bit more as far as that goes. The cons, I would say, for Huevember are that it can be a little, not underwhelming, overwhelming. Looking at the same color, like, over and over and over again, even with the value shifts, it's like I can't look at fuchsia purple right now. I literally look at it and I'm like, I don't want to see you ever again. My eyes are burned with the hue of this color. Everything I see is fuchsia. I hate it. I can't. No more fuchsia for now. So that can be a little overwhelming. And then there also was the matter of, because I was limited so much, it was like, how can I create like good contrast with only this color? There were only so many places that I can put a dark purple or a fuchsia or this without it all looking like, oh, it's all like a flat wash. Like, I don't know if you've obviously some of you have used Photoshop before, and then there's that tool where you can just make everything red and white essentially, or like varying tones of red, but essentially it's all like one color and it looks obnoxious. I didn't want it to end up looking like that. I wanted it to look like an actual like photo that was changed to be mostly purple, but still like you can tell like, okay, this person had this color of hair or this color dress or this was dark and this was light, and not that it's all like one color, one tone, one shade. I was really struggling with that. And again, it just was a little obnoxious to look at. But overall, I really did think that Huevember is a good experience. It did help me with my Inktober art block, like I said. However, I'm not sure if it's really smart to go straight back into another 30 plus day challenge, especially if you're not somebody that draws every single day. I'm someone that draws every single day, and I still decided, even if I wasn't doing the commission giveaway thing, I was like, I do not need the stress of adhering to a specific challenge for 30 days again. Not gonna happen. So if you're somebody that was overwhelmed by the end of Inktober, even if you have art block, don't commit yourself to doing every single day of Huevember. If you're up for the challenge, absolutely do that. But if you're exhausted, just because everybody else is doing Huevember doesn't mean you have to do Huevember. Please pace yourself, or you are going to be in for a terrible, terrible time. And by the time you get to December, you're going to be miserable. And then people are going to introduce you to Drawcember, and you're going to want to cry. So, like, just give yourself time to recover from Inktober. Or, again, if you're up for the challenge, try Huevember, or maybe just try a few days. Do whatever works best for you. Either way, I hope you had fun watching me experiment with Huevember. If you guys do Huevember, let me know in the comments. Show me some of your stuff. I'd really like to look at it and see what everybody else is doing throughout the month of November. I love you guys so much, and thank you to my patron, Elise Thompson. You're the best. If you want to see your name at the credits of this videos or other stuff, or if you want to get cool stuff like tile wallpaper, even more commission discounts, cause yeah, if you're a patron, you get more percent on top of that 25% for the month of November. So be sure to check out my Patreon at patreon.com/SimonAESArts, and I will see y'all next Sunday. Bye.